Right, John, you've literally just told the players that you've decided to step down as manager of Cleeve and take the Cinderford job.
Yeah.
Just talk me through, why you made that decision and why you decided to leave.
Yeah, it's been a tough one. It's the weekend that I've just had. I've been tossing and turning, which is the best way. I've been in contact with Cinderford for about a week now, but nothing concrete until got the call this afternoon. So I accepted the job. I've enjoyed my time at Bishop's Cleeve. They're a fantastic club, but I thought for my progression as a manager, I needed a new challenge, and I've taken the post.
Yeah, was it quite difficult to leave these boys because you've worked with a lot of them before and they're sort of your players that you've brought through, a lot of them through the Cheltenham youth system, haven't you?
Yeah, as soon as I got the job in the summer, I was straight on the phone to players that I knew could play at this level, players that I've worked with before, and they were the sort of players that I wanted to come to Bishop's Cleeve and play with that enthusiasm and tempo and try and play football in the right manner, which is get the ball down and play. So yeah, it's difficult. I've just had a chat to the boys now, and I'm gutted that I've had to step away.
Yeah, none of them knew until after tonight's game against Taunton, did they? So, what was the reaction like in the dressing room? When
I think they were disappointed because of the game with like 10 men again after 20 odd minutes, and they absolutely shattered. They've done that 3 times in the space of 3 weeks, so they're disappointed because of the result. They'll probably digest what I've just said to them maybe in the next couple of days, but yeah, they're disappointed more for themselves than anyone else, and that's football. They'll get someone else coming in, and I've just said to them, it's not who's standing in front of them, it's what they do when they step over the line. So whoever takes over, I'm sure the boys will give them 100% like they have for me.
Yeah, so you've had just under a full season in charge in your first team management role. How do you think you'll reflect on it when you look back on it? Because there's been a lot of challenges, but also some really good results, and considering the average age of the team, you've actually sort of held your own.
Yeah, we have. It's been difficult, but it's been a good experience. I've had some ups and some downs. I've said before, the wins that we've had, Merthyr and Shortwood, Evesham twice, Tiverton out here when they were favoured for promotion. So yeah, there's been some massive highs on performance side, but the lows as well with the defeats, the heavy defeats, and it's been down to lack of bodies, but not just bodies, but bodies that can perform at this level and hold their own. And we fell short maybe too often, and that's why we're where we are in the table. But 100%, I'm sure that they'll survive and look forward to next season.
Yeah, massively challenging role for you, but and I know there have been times where you've been wondering whether you're going to be able to get a team out. But overall, have you really enjoyed the stresses and strains of it? Have you actually quite enjoyed
it has
the challenge?
been a stress and a strain, and this is lower down in the non-league, so you can imagine what football league, Premiership managers go through. It's slightly different level and it's slightly different finances, but the same problems, unavailable players, whether it's through injury, suspension. They've probably got bigger squads to call upon. But it's been a good learning curve for me, and I knew it would be when I took on the role. And I just want to thank Dave and the board for giving me the opportunity in the first place. But I've got to move on. Football is a progressive business, and it is a business. And I've made the decision, and I'm thankful for Cinderford to give me the opportunity.
Yeah, so on to Cinderford and straight into the deep end. You're taking charge literally from now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so your first training session be Thursday night.
Thursday night, I'm gathering the players together. Don't think we'll do a lot because they've had a pretty heavy schedule as well. It'll be a meet and greet and maybe some light training, and then get ready for Cirencester on Saturday.
Yeah, and David Bird is going to be your number 2, somebody you know very well from your playing days.
Yeah, he's someone who's there when he at 15, and he came to Cheltenham and was leading appearance maker for Cheltenham. Gone back to Cleeve and gone back to Cinderford, and he's part of the furniture, and they wanted him to stay, and I'm more than happy for David to be my number 2, and it'll be great to have someone that I know. There's a few there as well that I've worked with before, so that's why Thursday night go and meet the rest, and hopefully we can finish the season strong.
Yeah, and do you see potential there? Do you see potential at the club? It's it's not a massive town, but they've got a good rugby club, and a lot of people they love the sport there, don't they?
Having spoken to the chairman and the vice chairman the last couple of days, they sold the club to me of their vision of where they want to be. They're getting a new ground in 18 months to 2 years, and then they want to really generate the interest in the football club, and I want to be part of that. And they sold it to me. We had a meeting, and I got the call this afternoon at 4:30 to say that I'd been successful. So really looking forward to the challenge of the next few weeks. And we haven't got long. I've got to get to know the players quickly, make decisions on the squad. But my thoughts are now with obviously Cinderford, but it's a big thank you to a very nice football club in Bishop's Cleeve.
Yeah, and geographically, it's actually quite in the middle of a lot of clubs that you played for, isn't it, Cinderford?
Yeah, people think it's out of the way, but you look, there's Newport just down the road, Hereford's not far, Cheltenham's only half an hour, the 2 Bristol clubs with John Ward and Steve Cottrell, so there might be chances to try and get a few of their players out of there. Swansea and Cardiff aren't too far away, I've got connections there, so I'm really looking forward to the challenge. It will be a slightly different pressure to perform and get results, which that's something I wanted to give me appetite to really get my teeth into the job.
Yeah, and Cleeve, everyone knows it's a struggle to get people to come along with being so close to Cheltenham, and the crowds this season obviously been very low. But Cinderford, do you see a bit more potential to get some decent crowds in there?
Yeah, they've got, I think they get 120 average, something like that, which is probably double what they get at Cleeve, and we'd want to lift that. And success would be a way of doing that if we're up and around playoffs next year. Would be try and encourage more players, more fans to come through the gates, and hopefully rugby is not on the same day. Sometimes it is, and it is a rugby town, but we'll try and convert a few if we can.
Yeah, and it's a shame we couldn't finish with a positive result, but when you lose your goalkeeper after 20 minutes, it's always going to be difficult, isn't it? But were you pleased with the effort tonight?
Unbelievable, and they've done that most of the season. There's only been the odd game where I feel they've not quite been at the races, but overall they've been fantastic, and they give the lot every week. Training sessions, games, driving to games in their own car, they have been fantastic, and they're a credit to themselves and a credit to the football club.
Yeah, brilliant. All the best, John.
Cheers, John. Thank you.